morning, coming to you live from BB26 Goldmont Street in Accra. You're watching ABC Headlines. I am KHADIJAH ISSIFU. Coming up in the headlines, the business community in Accra shares a mixed verdict of President John Mahama's reset agenda after 1 year in office. The Chamber of Petroleum Consumers Ghana has called on commercial transport operators and ride-hailing services to immediately review and reduce transport fares following what they describe as a significant reduction in fuel prices. We have these and many more coming up shortly. Do stay tuned. Thankful for your time this morning. We're streaming live on Facebook and on YouTube at ABC News GH_. Now to the details. The Ghana Journalists Association has condemned what it describes as a brutal, unlawful and reprehensible attack on Class FM journalist Samuel Addo, carried out by personnel of the Ghana National Service during a fire outbreak at the Kaswa Market in the Central Region, Sunday, 4th January 2026. This happened while Mr. Addo was reporting on the fire incident. According to GJA President Albert Kwabena Jumfor, the assault is not only an assault on individual journalists, but also a direct attack on media freedom, the public's right to information, and Ghana's democratic order, the GJA President said.
The Ghana Journalists Association condemns in the strongest possible terms the brutal, unlawful and reprehensible attack on Class FM journalist Mr. Samuel Addo, allegedly perpetrated by personnel of the Ghana National Fire Service during a fire outbreak at the Kaswa Market in the Central Region on Sunday, January 4th, 2026. Mr. Addo was lawfully carrying out his professional duties, reporting on the incident which is of major public interest, when he was reportedly assaulted by officers who should have known better. We also saw the viral video where the journalists and some civilians were being attacked callously with helmets. This attack is not only an assault on an individual journalist, but a direct attack on media freedom, and for that matter, direct attack on the leadership of the GJA, and me in particular. The public's right to information and Ghana's democratic order.
The Ghana Journalists Association has intensified calls for accountability following the assault on Class FM journalist Samuel Addo during a fire outbreak at the Kaswa Market on Sunday, January 4, 2026. At a press briefing on Tuesday, the GJA President Albert Kwabena Jumfor called for the immediate dismissal of the Ghana National Fire Service Public Relations Officer, DO2 Desmond Aka, citing his handling of the incident as evidence of being unfit to manage communication for the fire service.
We also call for the immediate dismissal or removal of the PRO of the Ghana National Fire Service from the position, because our interaction with him on the case shows that he is unfit to be in charge of communication for that unit. He has demonstrated unprofessionalism. He has demonstrated incompetence. He has contradicted himself so much that I don't think that the media will lead.
Now, away from that, President John Dramani Mahama will on Wednesday, January 7, 2026, mark 1 year in office with a non-denominational Thanksgiving service at the forecourt of the Jubilee House in Accra. The event, scheduled for 8 a.m., is expected to bring together religious leaders, government officials, members of the diplomatic corps, and guests to reflect on the first year of the Mahama administration. Held under the theme Setting, Rebuilding, Renewing, the Thanksgiving service is intended to offer gratitude for national stability over the past year, while reaffirming the government's commitment to renewal and inclusive governance. The occasion forms part of activities marking the first anniversary of President Mahama's assumption of office and underscores the administration's emphasis on unity, reflection, and national commitment as it enters its second year. Still on this, 1 year after President John Dramani Mahama returned to office with a promise to reset Ghana's economy, the verdict from the business community is far from unanimous. At major trading hubs such as Makola Market and Abosokai, optimism competes with frustration and hope clashes with harsh economic realities. While the government points to currency stabilization and policy reforms as signs of progress, many traders say the much-touted reset has yet to reflect in their daily sales, purchasing power, or cost of doing business. For them, the promises of economic relief remain largely theoretical. Others, however, argue that 1 year is too short a time to undo years of economic decline, insisting that patience is needed for policies to yield results. So, after 12 months, the question remains, is Ghana's economy truly being reset, or are ordinary businesses still waiting for change that has yet to arrive? There's more in this package.
Dramani Mahama, idebi keke.
On the 7th day of January 2025, exactly 1 year ago, President John Dramani Mahama took the presidential oath here at the Independence Square, pledging to lead a renewed Ghana under the reset agenda of the National Democratic Congress. Today also marks exactly 1 year since Ghana swore in its first ever female vice president, Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman.
Your name.
John Dramani Mahama.
Do in the name of the Almighty God swear.
Do in the name of the Almighty God swear.
That I will bear true faith.
That I will bear true faith.
And allegiance.
And allegiance.
To the Republic of Ghana.
To the Republic of Ghana.
As by law established.
As by law established.
That I will uphold.
And that I will uphold.
I, Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman,
having been elected to the office of Vice President of the Republic of Ghana,
to the office of Vice President of the Republic of Ghana,
do in the name of the Almighty God swear.
Do in the name of the Almighty God swear.
That I will be faithful.
That I will be faithful
and true
to
the Republic of Ghana.
To the Republic of Ghana.
On that historic day in 2025, President Mahama indicated that his administration will focus on 4 critical areas. 1. Economic restoration and stabilization of the macroeconomic environment. 2. Improvement of the business and investment environment. 3. Governance and constitutional reforms. And finally, accountability and the fight against corruption, all geared towards the reset agenda.
We'll focus our initial efforts on 4 critical areas. The first is economic restoration and stabilization of the macroeconomic environment. The second is the improvement of the business and investment environment to ensure that Ghana is once again open for business. The third is governance and constitutional reforms. And the final, but not the least, is accountability and the fight against corruption. My brothers and sisters, actions have always spoken louder than words. With that in mind, I have entered into a covenant with you, the good people of Ghana, in which I have enumerated 26 actions that I'll take within my first 120 days. We need a reset with the faith we have in our country and our leadership. We need a reset with the faith we have in our institutions. We need a reset with our faith in our dear nation, Ghana.
Whether or not President Mahama has fulfilled his promises lies in the bosom of the very people who gave him the mandate to lead the country. And so we take the story into the hearts of our marketplaces to find out from the people their general assessment of President Mahama's 1 year in office. Let's engage some traders in Makola.
Jomani Mahama, idebi keke. Idebi keke. Oma ye nwatoye. Okomi ndiye. Omoaba, anwaba. Afiwe adi na ento kakra na nyami wo hoye. Bibia abesisan. Nti asemo enu nie.
Edwane de meka se mema no Mahama me ma na metimi ama no beye 85% cause wa yade. Hwe 1 year animu na 1 year no yedwaye die ne hye den hu bibia mefa ne se ebeboye fom biara nyema ye hu na ye mpuntu because of say ska no dollars na ba fom nti ne tembia no obi anso nya mpuntu na ne dwadie mu nti mema no be 85%. Ghana ha ne de mi hu yi ayakasa yi a we de eye baneda tembia enye saa ne ka no but mi de mi hu ne se Mahama wa yade
esi Mahama de wa yade pa wa bomode aka kraska obama skaba nti be abotar ni ebenya ye pedet se on trans no share su yi pa de yeto ade ni abotar.
We'll bring you the full story later during our morning show. Now, away from that, President John Mahama says Ghana's fight against illegal mining, popularly known as galamsey, is beginning to show encouraging results, with some previously polluted water bodies gradually clearing up. He said although the battle has been difficult and at times dangerous for enforcement teams, sustained efforts by state institutions and community-based actors are starting to pay off. Speaking on the 77th Annual New Year School at the University of Ghana, President Mahama commended the Minister of Land and Natural Resources, the National Anti-Illegal Mining Operations Secretariat, the Environmental Protection Agency, and other stakeholders for their commitment to tackling the menace.
We're implementing sustainable mining practices, protecting forests and water bodies, and investing in renewable energy and strengthening climate adaptation for vulnerable communities. I want to commend the Minister of Lands and Natural Resources in the against galamsey. It has so entered the fabric of our people that it's not been an easy fight. Communities have mobilized to attack, the task force when they have gone to enforce the ban on illegal mining. And so I'll encourage the task force, the Minister, the Environmental Protection Agency, all of those involved in the fight against illegal mining, please don't give up. There are some positive results beginning to show. Recently, during the Christmas, my house was like the Makola market. Every person who knows the family, friends, business people, everybody wanted to come and spend a few minutes wishing us Merry Christmas. And so on 25th, the house was full outside, the cars parked all the way to the main road, and everybody coming to take just a few minutes of our time.
The Chamber of Petroleum Consumers Ghana has called on commercial transport operators and ride-hailing services to immediately review and reduce transport fares, following notable reductions in fuel prices at the pumps across the country. In a press statement issued on January 6, 2026, COPEC welcomed the downward adjustment in pump prices by several oil marketing companies, noting that the reductions align with recent trends in international refined products prices, relative exchange rate stability, and intensified competition within Ghana's deregulated downstream petroleum sector. According to COPEC's analysis, petrol is currently selling at 10 cedis 56 pesos per litre at Star Oil, 10 cedis 99 pesos at Goil, and 11 cedis 68 pesos at Total Energies, reflecting a price difference of up to 10.6% across the market. Diesel prices range between 11 cedis 56 pesos and 12 cedis 38 pesos per litre, while premium petrol sells between 12 cedis 96 pesos and approximately 13 cedis 98 pesos, depending on the OMC. A year-on-year comparison further shows that consumers are enjoying substantial savings, with petrol and diesel prices declining by between 3 cedis and 4 cedis per litre compared to the first pricing window in January 2025. COPEC said these reductions are essential to alleviating financial pressures on households, transport operators, and businesses. While communities that have already adjusted their prices, the chamber urged those yet to do so to act without delay. COPEC stressed that transport operators must not delay in passing on the benefit of lower fuel prices to commuters. That's how we wrap up with the headlines this morning. For more news, log on to our website at www.abcnewsgh.com and follow us on our socials at abcnewsgh_. ABC in the morning comes up next with Abna Mante. I am ISSIFU. Do have a nice day.